So, hey all, welcome back. It's a breezy day out, and we're in a sheep shed. So, if the audio was not great, just bear with us. So, I'm down here in Mayo, and today I'm going to with John, and I'm going to find out a little bit more about Belclare sheep. And as you can see in the background, but here behind us, they're quiet, they're happy out, and they're in top order. So, John, tell us a little about yourself to start off with.
Well, John McTighe is my name, and thanks very much, Michael, for giving us the opportunity to tell you about the Belclares. I'm married to my wife Jane, and I have three in family.
Oh, very good.
Two lads and a girl.
And have they any interest in the sheep?
At times, yeah. My youngest son does go with me here, and my oldest son is working, and my daughter's going to college.
Yeah, and isn't that the three stages of life? And it's hard to get it all into one thing with the sheep. Like it's, college life is, you have to get out and enjoy it as well.
Oh, yeah, sure. There's good days and bad days, no matter what you're at.
Yeah. No, so I know I saw you on Facebook, and I wanted to find out a little bit more about the Belclares. So, would you tell us kind of how you started with the Belclares?
Well, I suppose I grew up here in a farm in South Mayo, and we always had livestock.
Yeah.
We had dairy cows, a typical small farm, and I suppose I had to work off farm, and the cows went because they just didn't morning and evening milking. So we always had sheep, then I went into sheep and sucklers. And I got into Belclares by an accident.
All right.
Man said it to me one day, and I didn't think any more of it at the time. And he said there was a man below in Cork was selling Belclare sheep.
Okay.
And it turned out that it was Michael Gottstein. He was a Belclare breeder.
Yes.
But I wouldn't have known anything about the man. So there was it was done deal that were advertised on, and it wasn't on, you wouldn't have it on the phone or anything at the time. So I suppose I got my oldest son at the time, Sean, and he looked up the ad on Dundee. So we took it from there, and there was no actually Google Maps either. So we had to go all the way to Manway on the Sunday. And after a lot of phone calls and everything, we got as far as Michael Gottstein's, and we went and we bought our 5 Belclare in 2015.
That's 10 years ago.
Yeah, and we had our first lambs here on the ground then on 2016.
Ah, very good.
In 14 we went out, and we with our first lambs in 2015.
Ah, right. So it's 10 years ago, heading for 11.
Yeah.
So, I see your Belclare sheep here behind me, and what I know about them is they're sharp heads on them.
Yeah.
And they have good bodies on them.
Yeah.
So, when you're breeding your Belclares, you have a vision in mind. So what do you look for in the Belclare?
Well, I suppose when you go into pedigree breeding, it's totally different than what I wasn't into it. I wasn't brought up with it.
Yeah.
I got into it, as I said, by an accident, and from different people. A big thing in any breed is it's the correct sheep.
Yes.
And you start from there, and look at, no matter what you start with, you try and improve it.
Yeah.
And you're learning from every year, from year to year. And I probably earlier on, it was an interest. I went with my sons were young at the time, and we started going to Kilkenny down to Premier Sales, and it was a thing that you look forward to.
Yeah.
You might have lamb and hare nights. As the year goes by, you forget about all the hair chip, and you look on to these positive notes of the Premier Sale is a big thing. It's a big day out. You go and you're hopefully bringing your best stock on the day, and I got a buzz out of it.
Yeah.
That's what I got an interest in, because I love breeding.
Yeah.
And I always try to improve from year to year. and you're learning all the time.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a thing that you know everything today. If you're not learning every day, there's always something, and if it's not, it's been something today, it'll be something different tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it's, I suppose, not to get too high with the highs and too low with the low, with anything that's put in, you know, with sheep, because there'll be good days and bad days.
Yeah. But the good days, they kind of make the bad days worthwhile.
Well, well, you're trying not to put the bad days behind you as quick as you can, and move on. As I say, sheep farmer is it a sharp spade and a sharp memory. Look, I got into the Belclares and I seen breeders there, and you don't realise it at the time, I suppose, when we got into it first, how to present the sheep, how they done them up and presented them, and you didn't realise, I suppose, all the work and time that they'd put into that. And I suppose it didn't appreciate it. And me at the time, I suppose, I didn't appreciate it either. But it's only as you go on, it's a passion.
Yeah.
And you're all the time. That's why I got into them myself by an accident, and I got a buzz out of it, and I try and improve from year to year, improve my flock and my stock.
Yeah, and like the thing is, it's like the buzz is the sales, but like even the old there come up here behind you, you were talking away to me, and she knew you, and she just went off about her business, you know, and even walking down the alleyway there to all the sheep are quiet. You can see that they know you. I'm a different voice. They don't care.
Yeah.
Like, you know, my sheep at home, we wouldn't be standing in the pen doing this, because once they know someone's different, they're not the same. Like,
well, I suppose the pins here, they probably aren't that big, and suppose they just got us used to. These were only actually moved in here last night. These are all the twin beard and yos. You've seen the triplets above.
Yeah.
And we've more up the in a different shed with the Charlie yos and that. But I just bought. These were just here to show you what.
So these are the twins. So when are these due to lamb?
These will be due from around the 10th of January onwards.
Yeah. So you have twins, triplets, and you have fours due.
Yeah.
Around 10th January.
Singles,
and a few singles.
Mm.
And the plan with them during the year would be to. How many sales would the Belclare Society have? So would you be aiming for sales?
Well, I suppose our first sale would be on the premier sale.
Okay.
And early August. We've moved to Tullamore this year.
Yeah.
To an evening sale on Friday.
On a Friday night.
On a Friday evening at around 6 o'clock, which this year worked out very good for us.
But that accommodates the farmer that has to travel and is working.
Yeah. Well, it's more central and it's an evening sale because a lot of sheep farmers are part-time.
Yeah. And so you have your premier sale. You have
the Sheep Ireland sale then would be our next sale.
And then you'd have
a few, say, for Leinster, but the Tullow sale, and here in the west we'd have Athenry. And the Roscommon sale then it's in September. That's in the multi-breed sale.
Yeah. So you kind of have a few sales that you can aim for to have the sheep at. So you'll be selling ram lambs.
Ram lambs, yeah.
So you were telling me earlier that you would only be selling a proportion of what you have.
Yeah.
So you'd be selling what makes the grade.
Yeah.
And I suppose it's not you're producing a quantity of lambs, but you're selling a quality product. You're looking at
we'd lamb about 30 Belclare, you would say, in the month of January, and everyone, you have to know your limitations. So I'd be aiming for around the 15 lambs, and we'd cull the rest.
They'd all go to the factory.
And if I use a certain, if we use 5 or 6 rams in August, after the ewes have been tipped, you might sell some of them.
Okay.
You could have bought them the year before, and you'd have them used as a lamb, and you'd use them as a hogget, and they'd have ran with pedigree sheep, and they'd have been used twice.
Yeah.
And you'd sell them on then as a hogget.
And why wouldn't you keep them on for 4 years of age.
Because we keep about 5 or 6 Belclare lambs.
Yeah.
So with the breed, you might have a lot of that line. So you'd be inclined to
move it on.
Yeah. It's just like, certain rams go bigger money because it's tighter lines. It's not that they're better sheep.
Yeah.
It's just the tighter lines. More breeders would be caught for a line, and that's why they'd have to. Deer rams not necessarily mean that they're a better ram. Do you know what I mean? It's just someone wants, 2 breeders wants that ram for that bloodline.
Yes. Yeah, and like I suppose that's a good thing too. Like, and it means then that you're always freshening up your stock. But it means that too that when you're buying a ram, you have to look at the bloodlines for yourself, that you're not buying back in again.
Oh yeah. Well, that's you would know that from the Sheep Ireland inbreeder checker. So you can run, even before you buy in a ram, you can run it through the Sheep Ireland inbreeder checker.
Yeah.
And that'll come up as green for okay. It'll come up as orange as okay, but be careful. And then for red, no.
So you were telling me earlier that the Belclare Society, you were one of the first to win with Sheep Ireland.
Yeah, I'd say we were one of the first breeds, I'd say, for all in all.
Yeah.
All breeders would have been in the Sheep Ireland system, yeah.
And it's a good system because it helps you as breeders know, as you just said there, the traffic light system. But I suppose coming back to say maybe ordinary farmers will be commercial farmers who they mightn't be looking at that too much. And someone like myself who would have run a few mule yos or a few Dorsets, if we were to go to get a Belclare ram, the stars mightn't be kind of what we'd be looking for. We'd be looking at the shape. But what would be the positives for me to buy a Belclare ram?
Well, the positives for you or for anyone, what I like about the Belclare sheep, and that's why I've stuck with the Belclare sheep.
Yeah.
And the more they think about it, I never have to ring a bit.
Well, that's kind of important.
Not in lambing.
Yeah.
Lamb ease.
Yeah.
Lamb vigor.
Yeah.
Good mothers with plenty of milk.
Yes.
We've pedigree Charlottes here as well with both breeds. That is one thing that if you're anyways handy pulling lambs, you'll always have the misfortune, but you should have no trouble pulling. They're easy lambing, both breeds.
So that would be a big thing for a lot of farmers now, because a lot of sheep farmers are working.
Yeah.
So really, you're coming home from work, you'll have sheep lambing. You kind of don't want to be coming into a pen where you just big lamb, big problem. Yeah. You want the easy lambing.
Yeah.
But the other thing too is, and this is something that I'm not sure I might learn about it, but I would have had the opinion down the years that Belclares would have be very prolific.
Yeah.
And actually, and I know a guy years ago, and he was doing a Belclare through his flock to improve the prolificity. But it wasn't that he was looking to get the 2.3 or 2.4. Yeah. He was looking to stay at his 1.8, 1.9. Yeah. And he always said that Roy's Belclare with the Suffolk, you always keep them young lambs, and you keep a nice prolificity. And I suppose, given that sheep are expensive at the moment, every extra lamb counts a lot.
Yeah. Well, it does. Well, as you said, the Suffolk, the Suffolk yo, and that's why the cross sold well with them, because they're easy lambing. They'll bring maybe a bit more bone from the Suffolk, but they'll bring a sharp head, a nice yo lamb with a sharp head and a speculative face.
Yeah.
And they'll bring a lot of the maternal instincts from the Belclare sheep. Yeah. Plus, you'll be hoping for a higher percentage of lambs, but Belclare isn't all about percentages of lambs. There's an awful lot more to them than that. As I was, the breakdown of them, there's 37.5% of a Belclare Texan.
Yes.
There's 25% of it clean, and there's nearly 20% of it finished. That's why of when they came out first, I suppose they hadn't a great name, but they improved the Belclares all down through the years, and that's
Yeah.
why they're a sheep, they can stand up with any sheep, and they have
Yeah.
their place like
Oh,
everything else.
they have their place, and kind of just not to the minute, like, but roughly when you're sending the lambs that don't make the grade to the factory, do they kill out well in the factory and that kind of thing?
Yeah, as even if I go through my lamb report with the Charlie Yos and my Belclares, there wouldn't be much of a difference weight-wise.
Okay.
Naturally enough, the Charlie has more confirmation
Yeah.
than, not them all, but some of the Belclares kill out very well.
Yeah.
But the Charlie Yo that's what it's there for. It's
Yeah.
the B side where
Yeah.
that's their job, like. But the Belclares can stand up, yeah. No,
Yeah, well,
yeah.
that's good because like it's. I know there's an awful lot of lads sell the lambs to the stores, but there is a huge amount of lads who factory the lambs, and like I know this year I sold store lambs to a lad, and he factored them, but like again he was looking at how easy they were going to get to the factory,
Yeah.
and like the thing is if the Belclares are going through the crossbred Joe and you've easy lambs to the factory, it would encourage the guy that's lambing them to finish them more than to sell them in stores.
Yeah.
And I suppose when he gets on well with them, he's more inclined to come back then to you to say, I want another ram lamb, or I want two more, or it builds up the
But I suppose, everyone has to know their system. Like store lamb suits some people,
Yeah.
they don't suit other people. So there will be a lot of people, I suppose, around Mayo that would go for the store lamb, and that's why they like the ease of lambing and that, like.
Yeah, and like it's
Plus you can have your own replacements with the Belclare,
like it's
or sell them on.
like if we were talking there, like the Belclare is it's one of those breeds that we don't know much about.
I suppose that's the trouble about being a small breed,
Yeah.
and you wouldn't have the same amount of sales, and a lot of people haven't seen them,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's like your one bad experience shouldn't put anyone off any breed.
Yes. Yeah.
Do- that's what my
Yeah, and like it's like Ireland has a lot of breeds at the moment in it, and they all have their place. Like as I was down with Samantha Ginty shooting pound with Dorsets, and I have Dorsets. They have their place and their function, and it's like the Belclare. The Belclare, they're there to improve a system,
Yes.
and they're there to aid, and sometimes we kind of forget that when we have a breed of sheep that we can always, if we're not into pedigree breeding, you can always put a different breed through it. And
that's what makes the commercials work. Is putting a different, besides sticking with the one breed all the time.
Yeah.
You should be taking the best genetics out of another breed and putting it in, and not to be afraid, of changing things.
Yeah.
Just because you're doing a certain thing in 1 year. When we got into this 10 or 11 years ago, it took a bit of time.
Yeah.
But now I wouldn't change a thing.
Well, you see, that's the important part. You're in the breeding end of it, and now you're saying you wouldn't change it. And I'd say you had tough days starting off with it because things might be going up, but like that's proof that the breed is good.
Yeah. Well, it is. No matter what if you believe in something and you stick with it, and keep improving and to try and to tweak things, to be learning from your mistakes all along, and you say this didn't work last year, we have to, and that's what.
Yeah.
And
to enjoy it.
I have to try and enjoy it. Yeah.
No, it is like, and but you can see with the owls here, like they're so happy, they're so content, and
I'm happy to see you.
Yeah. But it is like, it's like people don't realise that, like I've been in sales and different places, and like you'd see sheep, and they wouldn't be always as happy as content. But like the breed of sheep, like there's an awful lot of farmers who run the commercials, just factoring and storing, and we kind of don't look outside the box.
Yeah, well, I suppose this year we've been trying to push the Belclares. Well, I suppose this year was the first year, and I suppose that was one of the reasons why when you asked me to do this podcast
Yeah.
that I done it, because it's my first time ever, and this is the reason why, to try and promote the Belclare breed,
Yeah,
and as you know, just to show people,
yeah,
like, it's a breed that's not put out there enough. It's a even it's a breed that's not overdone in a lot of aspects. You know,
it's kind of a hidden gem that people don't realize is there.
yeah, you know, the majority of Belclare lambs, you'll see, they wouldn't be over, you know, they're not over pumped, or they're naturally reared.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's nice. It's nice, and it's nice to get the chance to come down and talk, and for me to learn. It's like, I've seen your system here today, and I see the sheep, and like, it's a great advertisement for the breed, and like, we've had a chat there beforehand, and I've learned more as well. Like, and that's one reason why we want to do it, because I have the different breeds, and I enjoy looking at them. But I've been kind of, in my head, I've been mulling over for the last while with my mule, few mule yows. Should I run a Belclare with the few mules and keep them yow lambs for a bit of early lamb, and I keep the twin numbers up and maybe run them with a Charlie ram. But it's nice to think that there's a breed there, because like, we have the traditional breeds, the Texas, the Charlies and the Suffolks, but there's an awful lot of people, when you be talking to people, they kind of, they want an option.
Yeah. Well, you're going through all which, that's why I'm saying the Belclares are a maternal breed.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense if you have a flock of ewes.
Yeah.
And you know, that's what the Belclares are there. It should be in a certain percentage.
Yeah.
You should have a certain percentage Belclare running through your flock.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because there's a woman down near me. She used to be in the Belclare Society. I only met her by pure chance this summer. I was on hay out of it, and I seen her sheep in the field. She's no longer purebred, but she has the Belclares, and like, her farm's closed system, showing lets only buys in one ram a year. And I seen the lambs, I seen the ewes, and they were lovely. Like, but I suppose the thing that people won't realise is that we're here in Mayo, like, and I've come from Wicklow. This is a fairly bleak spot. Like, there's not. They're looking out there, the wind is going at 100 miles an hour. So if the Belclares can thrive and do well in this area, they are suited to the likes of the Midlands and all that.
Oh, definitely.
Where there would be loads of grass.
Yeah.
You know, like, if you brought their ram lambs from them, put them on the ewes in the Midlands, put them on the lowland ewes, they're automatically going to thrive. Them lambs will automatically thrive. Well, it's true that
when we put out our Belclare ewes and lambs in the springtime, you'd be never afraid of the Belclare and our two lambs come out.
Yeah. And you swear a lot of other breeds, you would be afraid.
You would be afraid.
Yeah. And like, you know, and that is like, you'd hear sometimes with breeds, hardiness is banting around, but it's not really. When you see the conditions that the sheep is in, that's when you know the sheep is hardy.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I bought Mayos off a chap down in out past Westport, and when I seen where he was lambing and how his system was working, I go back every year and buy a small batch of them, because I know for breeding them mules out with them, they'll do the job.
Well, I've seen people come from Westport, Newport here to buy Belclares and Charlie, but it suits their system. They have a budget.
Yeah.
They know what they can do. They want to, you know, in a lot of cases they lamb them out.
Yeah.
You know, and they want a breed that can, or a lamb that can stand up to it. You know, they don't want a fancy pumped up lamb that they buy at you know,
Yeah.
it has to suit that area.
Yeah.
And a lot of people from them areas have a system, but they know their system.
Yes.
They know their limitations,
Yes.
and they work with them.
Yeah.
You have to admire them the way they know what they're about.
Yeah.
You know.
And like it's like all sheep have their place, and as far as I'm concerned, the more people that have sheep, the more talking you do about sheep, the better it is for every
Yeah.
sheep. And I think it's kind of important that way. And like I just can't get over how good like but it's great, like, and like
It's a good job you brought the trailer.
well, if I had Elaine with me, I'd have something going home. She'd be she wouldn't come out of it. But it's nice to see them, and I want to do the video just to learn a bit more for myself, give the breed an opportunity to have a chat about it.
Yeah.
And we're going to finish it off now, but this year, you had a very good year this year. You won a few.
Well, as I said, I suppose we started off, I said, 10 or 11 years ago, and we always went, I suppose, with other breeds, you have more sales, but with the Belclares, you're more limited.
Yeah.
And you'd always like to go to the premier sale because you'd be looking for a ram anyway, maybe to purchase a ram.
Yeah.
Plus, you'd be looking to sell a ram, I suppose, to get the few pounds to purchase the ram.
Yeah.
And we worked from there, and look, this year, as I said, we were trying to push the breed a bit more, and we went to a few shows. Like we went to the Sheep Ireland sale in Athenry. We got placed all right, and then I suppose we lamb here. We're a week earlier this year. We usually lamb around the end of January. So I suppose as the year went by, our sheep were getting a bit stronger.
Yeah.
So we were lucky enough to win the ram class at the All Ireland, and his full sister won the pure lamb class. It was nice to get it, like, you know, it's you're doing something right.
It is nice to get it, because, like I said, there's not that many sales. You've been at this now 10 years. 10 years is short term in terms of sheep, but it shows that you've been going the right direction.
Oh yeah. Then we went to the premier sale, and we won the premier sale and the overall champion. It's nice to get it. It's not the end all and be all. It's not why you get up in the morning. Well, it's not why I get up in the morning, but it's nice to get it, I suppose, and it's that you're doing something right.
Well, it gives you more encouragement.
It does.
To keep going.
And look, where I'm trying to push the female sales, I suppose we're trying to push the breed. We have a female sale for the last couple of years, and where we hadn't before, and I suppose it was with the bit where we're maybe too afraid of the failure.
Yeah.
With them, and the female sales now are held in Tullamore, and they're going very well.
I suppose, and this comes back to it too, I didn't know you had female sales, so talking to you, and that's maybe something that the society needs to look at, is that just to get people out more knowledge about it.
Promoting the sale, and there's a few, you see younger breeders coming through.
Yeah.
And which is a great thing, because if you haven't, I suppose young breeders don't realise it, but they're the next.
Yeah.
You know, which is very important to carry on, and not to be afraid to ask people that when for advice. Yeah. Never be afraid to ask someone for advice, which is very important. But it's a great thing to see young people that are interested.
But when you have young people coming in, it also pushes you on a bit and makes it more worthwhile, and it shows that a breed is starting to progress.
It gives you a lift when you see younger people. It makes things, it's a breed more attractive.
Yeah.
To see young people, definitely.
Yeah. No, it's important. So I think that's it for today, because we're getting cold and we're time for the cup of tea.
Yeah.
But listen, I'd like to thank John for bringing me down and having the chat. And anyone that's listening and watching it, look up this breed, give them a shout. And as I say, every breed has its place, and it's important that in Ireland that regardless of the breed, we keep talking about sheep, keep promoting our sheep in Ireland, which I think is very important. And just thank you very, very much for listening and watching.
Thank you.